They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The Seahawks at a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
They go play action with Wilson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, and it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Wilson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb. He stiff arms him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that deep.
Touchdown! Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Coming out of the end zone, Diaz. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Hyde finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hyde. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw again. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Hyde.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Walker will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Hyde. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Golden Eagles.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And a huge play that time. 47 yards.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 47 yards. First down, Austin.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 7-yard line.
From the 7, it's second and 5.
Here's Wilson.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the completion good for just 3. And third and 1 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And his guys are going to take the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Seahawks 21. Seahawks 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And just shedding him off there.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Hyde. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On first down, Hyde. Catch is made by Metcalf. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
Pollard the target on the crossing route, and he's got it.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. In motion left goes Smith. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Hyde.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, here's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. He's on his way.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
Back to throw. Hyde. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw is on target to Likely.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Off play action. Britt. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw again is Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Wilson. That is caught. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 32 yards. And the Golden Eagles have cut it back within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Seahawks 35, Golden Eagles 28.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Wilson. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Touchdown! Devontae Smith with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Golden Eagles have got it back to within a score. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Seahawks 42, Golden Eagles 35.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 1st down. Hyde. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. On the move past the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Hyde. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Hyde. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Seattle, Washington. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. On 3rd down, Wilson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
19 yards. And an Austin 1st down.
Play action. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Nifty move. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Britt. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Wilson. And he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.